government of Kenya is borrowing 16 billion Kenyan shillings every week, and it has borrowed it for 4 months. So you can calculate 4 months is having how many weeks? 4 months is having 16 weeks. So 16 weeks times 16 billion Kenyan shillings. That one, if you calculate it, that one you will get 256 billion has been borrowed within 4 months. So, Kenyans, borrowing is not a problem. What's the problem? Problem is, how are you using the borrowed money? That's our problem. That's the problem of Kenya. That's the problem which we have been experiencing since independence. Money is being borrowed and there's no project which has been structured in a good way, which government of Kenya can do or can invest borrowed money on it for government to get return on it. So every government in Kenya, they do borrow money, but they misuse it. Leaders are misusing borrowed money. Like William Samoei Ruto. William Samoei Ruto, immediately he took power. He told Kenyans that he will not go outside the country to look for money. Kenyans will generate their own money locally. It is true, Kenyans are sacrificing to generate money through taxation. But what's the problem? We are being taxed, but the money is nowhere to be seen. The money is ending up in private pockets. So when government borrowed money, and they borrowed it without a proper plan, that money will be misused. So even if there's a project, only a quarter of the money will be used on that project. Why am I saying so? Contractor who is going to work on that project will be taxed illegally. Illegal taxed. The person who offered him or her that project will demand his or her share. So the money will start disappearing from that stage. The money will start disappearing. So that's why we are borrowing a lot, but we see less product. If you can remember the project of SGR, the original calculation, the original budget was 36 billion. But when Uhuru Ruto took power, the budget of That project went up to 360 billion Kenyan shillings. So we are wondering what is going on in Kenya. What is going on in Kenya? It is us, common mwananchi. We should raise up and speak one language. Speak one language. But I'm happy. Every Kenyan are now seeing what is happening. They have opened their eyes to see what is happening in Kenya, because people are suffering. We do ask ourselves, what's happening? What's happening in these two governments? During Uru's time, during Ruto's time, during Kibaki's time, the standard of living was environmentally friendly. Not like this one we are seeing. These are government of looters. There's something they formed called broad-based government. A government of looters. If you can watch keenly what is happening in Kenya today, government major on minor issues. They spent a lot on minor issues. When there's a public holiday, government is using more than 10 billion Kenyan shillings to mobilize people. Why to mobilize? Why to mobilize? And Kenyans, all Kenyans are aware that we have a public holiday in such a place. In such a place, such a date, we should attend that public holiday. Why to use a lot of money? Why to use a lot of money ferrying Kenyans to venue or that public holiday? Why using a lot of money? The other day we were told in State House they use almost 17.2 million Kenyan shillings on tea, on breakfast, and they use almost 10 million on printing materials. Kenyans, where are we heading to? Where are we then heading to? So we should rise up and say enough is enough. Let's drain the swamp. Let's drain the swamp. We want to change Kenya. And let me tell you, this time round, we'll have a very young person becoming president of Kenya. Very young person will become president, the 6th president of Kenya. I don't want to cheat you, because these old politicians, they are just changing. They are just changing their friends of politics. Is what they are changing. They are just changing their friends of politics. And after that one, they are the old looters. During 2022 general election, Ruto, Raila, they were enemies. What about today? It's just a matter of changing friends in this politics of Kenya, changing friends. So this time round, we have a movement called FBI, fighting brutality and impunity. And the leader of FBI is called Honorable Patrick Osoi. And Kenyans, I want to tell you, all these politicians, they are not serious. And we want to move in a high speed with Patrick Osoi. And we are going to take the power. We are going to take the power of this country. And we will win election. So I'm requesting Patrick Osoi, you should come out so Kenyans can sense our effort. So Kenyans should vote for us. Thank you very much, Kenyans. Patrick Osoi will come, and Patrick Osoi will campaign with them together. We'll campaign with them together. And I'm requesting all Kenyans to join FBI movement through 0714 19, 19, 19. So FBI movement is the movement which will bring change in Kenya. It's the movement which will fight this issue of unemployment. We'll have changes in Kenya. All these problems which we are experiencing today will be solved by FBI, will be solved by Honorable Patrick Osoi. Thank you very much. If it is your first time to watch this my YouTube channel, I'm just requesting you to subscribe, comment, like, and share. Remember to like. If you like my clips, next time if I upload a new clip, you will automatically see it. Thank you.